Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry about my last video. It just cut off because I ran out of battery. So maybe I didn't start with like a full battery. If I start with a full battery, I can go for an hour on my phone. So it must have been just a little short of it. Anyway, let's finish this up. You know what? I had this sitting here on my desk. I absolutely love this cross. Isn't this beautiful? And crosses for me, I know there's lots of meaning of the cross. I won't, of course, get into that. But for me, this cross here is going to represent strength and protection. And so I just think it would be so beautiful to take in black and stamp it on here. So let me get some black acrylic paint. And we will finish up this piece. So not too much longer. And we're going to be done with this one. Thanks. And you'll see me do several others, not with the same colors and stuff, but I have a lot of butterflies that from that Dollar Tree calendar that I want to do. So throughout the year, you'll see me doing projects with these big butterflies. I think they're fabulous. So if you're at Dollar Tree and you see calendars, look through them. You know, of course, you might want to have a calendar for yourself, but look through them for to use in your mixed media. And you can't beat that. I mean, you're spending $1 and you're getting all those images for $1. Yeah, that's cheaper than going to Google and printing them out using your ink at your home, at your house. So for $1, you're getting like 12 different pictures that you could possibly use in your art. Yeah, fabulous. Okay, so I just took some black acrylic paint, put it on this sponge stamp. I absolutely love these sponge stamps. I got these at Hobby Lobby for like 50 cents last year when they had that really good 70% off clearance. And I never realized how awesome these, and I'm just going to restamp it over here. Let's see where I want to go, right here. I didn't realize how awesome these rubber stamps were. Oh, they're fabulous. I love how they stamp out, whether you're using paint or you're using your ink pad. They're very nice. Cool. So there's that. And then I'm just going to just use the leftover paint and just use it in certain little areas like this. Okay. We'll do one right. Let me see where else. Right here. Just little designs. See how much paint is still left on here? It's like amazing. We'll do a little bit of this right here. It's amazing how much paint is still left on here. And I love the just not even doing a full stamping, just doing a little bit of whatever's still left on the sponge or the stamp, not the sponge, the stamp. Okay, so I'm going to take a baby wipe and wipe the rest of that off. And I almost wish I had another journal so I could just stamp on another page and start another art journal page, but I don't have one right here by me. So anyway, we'll just wipe off the rest of this paint just really quickly. Just try to get at least most of that excess paint off of here. Just a second. Let me grab a paper towel. Okay. All right, so I just cleaned up that so we can use that again. And let me get a baby wipe for my hands. So anyway, I think that turned out really pretty. I love that. I love the shape of that cross and the meaning for me with it on my piece here. And it's beautiful. All right, so let me put that away. Let me put this black away. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is, okay, I wanna throw some more white splatters all over this butterfly. So some fairy dust, as I call it. But before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and do my shading. So I'm going to shade with this, with Jane Davenport's color sticks. They're just water-soluble basic crayons. You can use a Faber-Castell, like I said. You can also use an oil pastel. Okay, if you have that to do what we're going to do. Also, I'm going to use a watercolor pencil. You can use a black Stabilo. And you can use a black Stabilo for the whole thing. This isn't a black Stabilo, it's a black watercolor pencil. You can also use that. So all these are interchangeable. Decide what you want to do. So what I like to do is I like to use the watercolor pencil, which also could be a black Stabilo, around the image, and then because I can get really nice and close. And then this I like to use to frame the outside of the page. So let's start smoking the butterfly out. Okay. I call this the smoke out. Oh shoot. You know what? The paint is still wet. All right, let me go ahead and dry the crosses. Sorry about that. I thought maybe they would be dry, but they're not. All right. We're going to take a step back. If you don't want to hear the blow dryer, just fast forward. Okay, there we go. Now we got this dried up. Okay, so now let's go ahead and continue on, and let's do a smoke out, or do our shading. I like to call it a smoke out. Okay, wet your finger. Just give it a good smudge. Okay. I remember I was telling you about the meaning of this whole piece for me is let your problems fly away. And I'm not saying, like, you know, just let all your problems fly away. But once you've done what you can do for the issues or things that are going on in your life, and you have to let them go, when it's time to release them, that's what I'm talking about. And that's what this is representing for me. And the books, I was thinking, like, what are those representing, you know? And the books are gathering the knowledge that you need to solve the issue or problems that you're having. And the butterfly represents letting the problems go. The problems, the people, whatever it is that you need to let go and fly away. Okay, so now I've smoked out the butterfly and the book, and let's go around the edges now and frame our edges and do a smoke out on the edges with our watercolor stick. And this is Jane Davenport's. She made them to look like lipsticks. I've shown you guys this a million times, but these are so cool. I have a whole thing of these. I have 2 different things of them, and they're all different colors, and they're totally water soluble, but she made them look like lipsticks. It's really cool. In fact, her whole line, her new line that she's done with her art supplies, they all look like, she designed it to look like makeup. It's really, really cool. And I'm just going around all together and just doing putting the watercolor on all the edges all at one time. So I can just go around and do the blending or the smoking out. Okay. So here we go. And if you're going to use a, what do you call this one? The oil pastel. Of course, you wouldn't wet your finger when you do it because it's oil. So you just have to rub. But it does work nicely. In fact, the next time that when I do my smoking out around my edges, I will use the oil pastel. I always talk about it and I don't ever use it just because I really love using this water-soluble crayon by Jane Davenport. So if you have a gelato, you can use that too. And that's what this one is, a Faber-Castell gelato. It's water-soluble too. Okay, that looks awesome. Now the last thing we're going to do, let me just gather my little things up here. The last thing we're going to do is just do some fairy dust, which is nothing but white splatters. Some people are like, what the heck is she talking about? Fairy dust. So we're going to fairy dust everything. And we already fairy dusted the first time. We're going to do it a second time because I want to get the butterflies, okay? And the books. So I could have just done the fairy dust last. So, but I don't know. I just thought of it at that point, so that's when I did it. Okay, let me get my fan brush. One of my fan brushes. I think I have... Oh, my neck. All right. I have another fan brush I love using. Where the heck is it? Oh, well, I don't even know. All right. So here's some white acrylic paint, watered down. Water it down a little bit more. Okay. So here we go. And remove anything that you don't want splattered because it will splatter. It does splatter kind of everywhere. All right. Ooh, that just dripped on my book. All right, that's a little soaking wet. All right, let's go. So the main places I'm focusing are on the books, the stack of books, and on the butterfly, because I pretty much I did it everywhere else already. So I don't feel like it needs too much more, except for the books and the butterfly. And that is it on this piece. I love how this turned out. It has a lot of meaning for me. Just another step along some healing that I need to do through my art. And I absolutely love how this came out. Let me do a couple of close-ups with you guys. Okay. And I'll move the book around so you can see. Let's see. There we go. Okay. There we go, so you can see. This is the very top. And then that's the middle part. Okay, and then I'm going to bring this like this so you guys can see the bottom. I always like to try to do this just so I can get a nice close-up and you can really look and see some detail. Okay, you guys, that is it on this one. I have another one. I don't know if I have it. Let me see if it's right on the back of here. Yeah, it is. Well, I'll leave it as a surprise what I'm going to work it on next. It's really cool. So I've already done it once in this book, and we'll do it again in my other book. Not exactly, but similar. But I'll save that for my next video. I'll just keep that as a surprise, what I'm going to be working on next. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little series. There's another one coming right after this. And that is it for now, guys. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up, that'd be great. Any comments or questions, leave below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.